Mr. Modi, you write, and I'm quoting you, he is a textbook autocrat. Can you explain why you've come to that conclusion?
Well, I have a difficulty in separating the presentation of Mr. Modi from the man Mr. Modi. I don't know whether they are separate or different. So let me focus on the presentation aspect, which, by the way, is a self-presentation as well. He takes all decisions by himself, quite ad hoc, without consultation. He seeks to concentrate more and more power in his hands. His words cannot be challenged, and of course his decisions cannot be challenged. And now, most lately, he is also projected as a godlike figure. He himself refers to himself as a vehicle of the Lord.
So in your eyes, this means Modi is a textbook autocrat?
Yes. But I would go further. I would say that he and his administration have totalitarian goals. So there's the goal of Mr. Modi as autocrat or as ruler, but there's also the goal of remaking society in a very specific image. Even within Hinduism, it is a particular form of what I call political Hindutva that is being imposed away from the many different currents that you have in Hinduism.
In fact, if I can interrupt, you believe Narendra Modi could be more dangerous than ordinary authoritarian rulers. I'm quoting you. You write, authoritarians whose dominant interest is personal power are less dangerous to democracy than those with a long-term and far-reaching agenda. Their grip on power is more difficult to shake, and you add, the Modi administration falls into the latter category. Explain that a bit more fully.
Well, this is actually a distinction that I garnered from an American, a couple of American analysts, Tom Carruthers and his colleagues. And the distinction is that you can have a populist authoritarian who is basically seeking power for himself. Donald Trump being a very good example of that. And to some extent, Jair Bolsonaro was an example as well. And then you have ideological authoritarians who seek, as I was saying earlier, to remake society as well as control the state. And the BJP as a party has never hidden its desire to remake Indian society.
So you're saying two things, aren't you, Radha Kumar? You're saying, A, Mr. Modi is authoritarian, as you said, and I'm quoting you, he's a textbook autocrat. But in addition, what makes him more dangerous is his determination to change India, to change the character of our society, to change the nature of our constitution. The fact that he's pushing India steadily towards a second republic makes him much more dangerous than an autocrat or an authoritarian who simply wants power for himself.
Yes, because ideological authoritarians, first of all, will control and suborn every institution of state power, and then also of educational institutions, of information institutions, of those institutions that are supposed to act as a check on the executive, parliament, the judiciary, the media. Now, we have seen all of these processes underway. Don't forget how important the little things are. Placing your own ideological people in every position of administration is absolutely critical to a totalitarian goal, and that has already been achieved.
But when it comes to the question, and I'm quoting again from your book, is India becoming a totalitarian or even fascist state, as some suggest? In answer to that question, it seems you do have a few doubts. You seem to suggest in your book that India is very possibly on the way to becoming a totalitarian or even a fascist state, but it hasn't quite got there as yet. Have I assessed your position correctly?
Yes. I mean,